Good day, everyone. Welcome to class. In today's Excel class, we will continue from where we stopped. We stopped at dashboard, creating a dashboard in Excel, where we discuss pivot tables, how to use pivot table, and you have the same sample. You are using the same sample data we used in the last class. So if you didn't get that, you can just check for the sample data. Placed it in the description. So let me just expand this. Now we'll still they're using the same sample data, state, products. We said McVitie's. We try to imagine that we're working for McVitie's company, and they're selling chocolate, shortbread, digestives, and all of that. So one thing also we didn't do in the last class, we created a simple dashboard, but now we created a very simple dashboard. But now what we want to do is to create an interactive dashboard where we can be able to interact with it very easily. So I believe you've all learned up to this point. Looking at the dashboard now, this was where we stopped in the last class. You had here we had the sum of profit, we have the sum of units sold, we have the sum of, this is the total profit by state, this is the units sold, and this is the profit by each month. So let us write this on here. Let me change the chart title. This is profit by month. Profit by month. This is here we have units sold each month. Units sold each month. Units sold each month. Okay. All right. I think let me reduce this here so you can see. Have a look. Yes, you have a look at it. Units sold each month, profit by month. Then we have, this is the one that was profit by each state. Now we have this. I want us to be able to make it interactive. Now let's create an interactive dashboard. So let's write here interactive dashboard here. Merge here, interactive dashboard, interactive dashboard. So that's what I want to create now. Let me make this bold and increase the front. Yes, interactive dashboard, red color. So I believe you can see that interactive dashboard. Let me zoom that. Okay, so this is an interactive dashboard. Good. How do we make it interactive? The first thing we can do is to add a slicer. We can add a slicer for the years to be able to see the years which this happened. Okay, so to do that, I'll just come to pivot chart analyze. Then I'll add insert timeline. Let me just insert a timeline. This is to filter dates interactively, to filter the date, to make the pivot table to be faster, and we'll see how it really works. Let me drag this here a little bit, this one too, yeah. And the reason I'm doing that is to be able to create space. So just to create space here. Now I'm inserting my timeline. So the timeline is dates here. Just press insert timeline, then click on date and press OK. So it has brought out the date for me, and I'm putting it here, but I will just drag this a little bit. So go inside here. So I can see a date period. This is month, this is year. So if I'm checking for August, if I drag it like across, you see that it will affect, try your own, it will affect what is inside here. It will affect what is inside here. If I drag it to October 2020, it affects what's inside here. You can just try it around. The more you check the timeline across, it's dragging, yeah, it's affecting what's inside here. You can see graphically the sales report between a particular timeline to a particular, this is between June and September 2020. June and September 2020. So you can drag across to see in the month of June, July, this is what happened to July and all of that. You can see that it's actually interactive. I want to make it more interactive now. I'm going to add, let me touch this part too, this profit by state. Let me add, so let me increase this so you can see it. I'm touching this part, then I want to add, I'm adding the slicer. So let me add the slicer. Then I want to add state and product, So click on insert slicer, then click on state and product, then press OK. Do that with me. You should have this. The state here is Abuja, and now it has brought out for us all of the states. I will just drag it a little bit up here so I don't waste time. Then this is all of the product that we have. I will drag this a little bit up here so I don't waste time. So I'm putting the states here. Let me drag this one so it aligns properly here. And I'm putting the states here. I'm dragging the states to the edge. I'm putting the product here. Then let me drag the product also to the edge. So let's see what really happens. Let me reduce this a little bit. And check with me too in your own part what really happens. If I'm checking the state of Abuja, is Abuja. I'm checking Abuja. And I'm checking for chocolates. See what happens. You can see the chart for Abuja chocolate. So in Abuja chocolate, this means that 16,000 people actually 16,000 people ate chocolate. 16,242 people ate chocolate in Abuja. Then if I'm looking for people that ate Jaffa cakes in Abuja, that's about how many? 6,781 people. See, it's very interactive. And if I'm looking for people that ate rich tea in Abuja, this is the amount of people that ate rich tea. 7,468. If I'm looking for people that ate chocolate in Kano State, is Kano. Chocolate in Kano State. You can see chocolate in Kano State is about 14,460. It's interactive. Okay. But this is actually changing, but the sum of units and the profit by month is not changing. So it is actually interactive, but not as interactive as I want it to be. Let me make it more interactive. The way we'll do that is we'll come to this point, just come to this point where we have report connections. So where you do see that, see it under slicer. So when you go to, when you touch this place under slicer, just touch this, any of the slicer, you see slicer here. Touch any of the slicer, touch any of them, you see slicer here. Under the slicer, you see report connections. Tap on the report connections. It will bring to you the table that is currently connected. And the table that is connected is profit by state. We need the two other tables connected. That's pivot 1, profit by month, and pivot 2, units sold each month. What do? Just tick on two of them. Tick on two of them as I'm doing it. Tick on it and press OK. So once you do that, now let's check. I want to check for Abuja, and I want to check for the number of chocolate that was sold in Abuja. You see that it is 16,242, but this is also changing. This is also changing. Observe that. Let me check for digestive in Abuja. Then let's check for Jaffa cakes. You can see that is changing. Look at Kano and look at chocolates in Kano. Yeah. Then look at Rivers and look at shortbread in Rivers. And if you go to the units sold each month, you see that there are changes. So how do we do it? We came to report connections and we connected the three together. Once it's connected together, it can change easily depending on the timeline. If I go to the timeline of East August, East October, Kano, yeah, can you see Kano here has changed? Kano has changed. See, Kano has changed. Shortbread in Kano has changed. Crackers, these crackers, not so much of a change. Let me see Lagos. Lagos has changed. Observe this. Lagos has changed. So we can see the dashboard is interactive. This is what we wanted to do, to create an interactive dashboard. So we don't want it to be that's why we divided it into two classes, so you can be able to see exactly what is going on.